Alright, I'm going to tack this onto one of these videos here. Remember how I said I didn't have HD radio? There's a little secret menu, and look at that, it says HD enable. Boom, I have HD radio on my $40 MyLink. Can you believe it? I guess I don't know. I'll have to tinker around with it, but there it is, clear as day. Alright, this is the beginning of phase 3. I picked up a reverse wiring harness. It wasn't for the Impala, but it was close enough. I think it was for like a Saturn Ion or something like that. There's some heat shrink butt splices. It came with 2 harnesses. I went ahead and broke the 16-pin harness apart. Got these nice little ends ready to go. I went ahead. This is going to be the harness on the car we're plugging into. I plugged one in, it went right in and it locked in place. So now I just have a variety, you know, my pick of the litter here, what color I want to use. So this will be linked in the description. I found instructions on how to wire this to, I believe this would be a Generation 8 OnStar box, the Continental. Pretty sure my car is the LG, the Gen 9, so I will disregard this. We can disregard this one. This is if you have an amplifier. We'll be following this here. We're going to pin out connector, or we're going to put these, one of each into connector 4 and connector 5. Terminal 4, terminal 5. And then we'll disregard this. So my research has led me to, I found a diagram. This is the 2013 Traverse. It shows at the radio, radio's down here, connector X1, which is C1 at the radio. Pin 4 goes to connector X2, which would be J2. Pin 6, and then pin 5 goes to pin 12. Now, if you'll notice, this same connector, pin 7 and 15, also go to the OnStar box. This is the OnStar box. You see how it says 7 goes to 1, 15 goes to 2. So we will find I have the same diagram for the, this is a 2011 Impala. I couldn't find a 2012. But you'll see here, 7 goes to 1, 15 goes to 2. So that leads me to believe we just need to add these 2 wires. And actually, according to this other diagram, I misspoke the last time when I said you needed to pin out the brown connector, but this is only if you have an amplifier, because it shows connecting into the front left speaker wires. We're not going to do this. We're just going to go directly from C1, whatever the 14 pin connector, the one that looks like this. The 14 pin, 4 and 5 are going to go to the OnStar box, 6 and 12. 4 to 6, 5 to 12. Alright, let's let the fun begin. Looks like we got a couple of 7mm screws. No, that's not going to reach, so we're going to do this by hand. We're going to pop this XM box off of here. Those 2 in the top, there's one down at the bottom, way down in there. Feel around, you'll find it. You can see I took those 2 off at the top and it's just kind of dangling. So we'll get this one out. So the OnStar box and the XM dangled down. I'm gonna try to get this thing off the side here, unclip my wires. I think there's there's a screw here and a screw here. I'll get this out of the way. I don't know what this is. This is going to be 5 screws so far holding all this together. There we go, just loosen her up. Kicks her out of the way. There is that VCIM box. And there's connector J2. Right in the middle. You can see it plain as day. Now on my schematic it says X2, but I'm sure that means J2. We're going to put a negative wire to 12, positive wire to 6. So I got a green and a green with a black stripe. So I'm going to try to get this J2 out. J2 is out now. They're not numbered. I don't see any numbers on here. Okay. So we're looking at pin 1 is an orange with a black stripe, pin 2 is light blue, and pin 8 is bare. So I guess this is a 12-pin connector, 6 on top, 6 on the bottom. The orange, okay, so this is your pin 1. That's pin 1. Okay. Yep, light blue. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is on this end. 12. So we're just going to pin the two at this far end. All right, I'll give that a try. The connector. Take a look at my speaker wire. I trimmed it down. I notice I say I'm gonna quite a lot. It's kind of annoying. I am going to find the one with the black stripe. That'll be the ground, and I'm going to hook the green wire with the black stripe to that one. And I will do the same back at the radio. Well, it took some finagling, but I got those pins in there. Kind of had to squish them flat a little bit, make them square, and then I took my needle nose pliers and I got them to sit. And they look like they're in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just zip tie this real neat. Get it looking good. So before I button this up, this is just verifying I have the LG OnStar box, which would denote generation 9. Alright, that's how she looks. A little extra wire that I just kind of zip tied over. Now let's move on to the radio. Alright, so I got my little coil of wire. I'm going to pull out connector 1. And we're going to pin out. Pin 4 is going to be positive, pin 5 will be negative. So this one is printed on the bottom. You can see the camera on it. Way down here, I can't really point at it. Where my thumb is, it says 14. So that would make this up here 7. You can see 7, 6, and there's 2 empty slots, which would correspond to 5, 4. The green one's 3, the tan one's 2, and the red one is 1. So we're going to pin out 7, 6, 5 is, I said negative. I'm looking at the diagram. Yes. So I chose to go with purple and purple with black because this says they're pink. So for 5 we're going to go purple with the black stripe. Just going to plug her right in. These should just plug right in. I need to get my needle nose pliers. Yep, I'm going to need the pliers. Now there's this little tab here. I believe I'm going to need to I'm going to need to pull this out. I think this, you remove this and then you can put the pins in. So I need to go fetch me a small screwdriver to do that. This little pin that goes in the side, man, it was a bear to take out. Little tab broke off it and I had to dig in there with a real small jeweler screwdriver to get it out. But that's the only way you can get these pins to go in. So I got one in, one down, one to go. I'll lock her back up. Clicked. Got that back in there. All right. I got the pin 5 is the negative. I got the purple with the black stripe. So I'm going to connect that one to the red with the black stripe. I can't stress enough when you're doing these solderless connectors, make sure you get a proper crimper. I mean, they have those wire strippers that have these little knobs in them right there. That ensures that it's a nice tight connection and it won't ever pull apart. Now that I've crimped them, just give them a little extra tug, make sure they don't come loose. Before you get out the old lighter. Melt that heat shrink. Probably not necessary to do the heat shrink behind the radio. Just a little extra security. Plus, you know, as Beavis would say, you get to play with fire. All right, let's put it back together. All right, I fired up the old bend sound. Let's try it. Let's see what it does.
Say a command or say help.
Help!
You can say phone, radio, My Media, or OnStar. To call a number quicker, say call followed by the number, like this. Call 555-1212. To quickly change what is playing, say commands like tune to FM 101.1, play artist followed by the name of an artist, or play song followed by the name of a song. To interrupt a prompt and say a command, press the push to talk button and wait for the beep. Say a command or say help.
Phone.
Say call followed by the number or contact name.
I think it worked. Call.
6.
Hey, it's actually working. All right.
Command not understood.
Okay, let's try. Goodbye.
Speech session ended. Goodbye.
Let's try this.
Say a command or say help.
Play XM37.
Tuning to XM37.
The information that says
I would call this a success. It recognized my voice. Okay. We're gonna go. Oh, let's see. We're gonna go into the settings. We're gonna put the phone back on here. Oh. Can only have 8. Let's take, I never listen to AM. Let's take that off. Phone. Done. So now we got the phone icon. My phone is paired, by the way. Dial pad. Alright. Let's call. I don't want to show this. Contacts, let's go. press? Oh, I pressed that to call. Okay. It's actually working. All right, one more thing here.
Say a command or say help.
Play USB.
Playing media on USB. Say a command or say help.
Play FM 93.7.
Tuning to 93.7 FM.
Well, I would call this a success. There's my, I keep repeating $40 MyLink. It costs a lot more than $40. I'll total it up in the description. I think I was at $211. Could have saved a little bit of money had I not been hasty and go to Target to get that USB extension cable and the Composite. So that total would be a little less. And like I said, you don't need a backup camera connected to it or these voice commands. It works right out of the box. And if you know somebody with a Tech 2 that could clear the VIN out of it for cheap or next to nothing, there you go. So if you're wondering why I did this, well, it's stock GM hardware, parts bin hardware. The Traverse was a Land 29 vehicle, just like the Impala. Like you've seen in the video, it was 2 extra wires to pin into the harness and then the camera harness for the camera. But other than that, I mean, the day I got it unlocked, I plugged it into my car and it just took off. There was no extra anything to add into it. So, and then you figure you want to get a good touchscreen radio. Sure, they sell Android units on Amazon and eBay, but they don't, I like Sirius XM. I listen to it quite a bit, and those Android units do not support it. And they're questionable reliability. These, you know, it's a known quantity, rock solid reliability. I mean, sure, it doesn't have Android Auto on it, but, or this doesn't have navigation. I never wanted it. I think factory navigation is crap anyway. But mainly, it's got Bluetooth streaming. What more can you ask for? So to summarize, I hope you've enjoyed this video series as much as I have. I get to go out and kick the tires on my new radio. Thanks again for watching. Thumbs up the video, subscribe. I'm going to have some more content on here. Tell your friends, tell your Impala lover friends. More to follow. Thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.